Hey guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin'. Today we're headed out on the water. We're on a Highland reservoir. It should be a fun day of fishing. Let's go. I think today's gonna be a lot of fun. I have not been on this lake in over a year. I started driving this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning just to get here for first light. Sometimes at this time of year, you catch your biggest fish first thing in the morning. So as bad as I didn't want to get up, I forced myself to do it, drove through the dark, got the boat launched in the dark. We've got a run to make. I'll see you on the other end. Let's get to fishing. All right, guys, we've made our run. It's time to get my rods out here, pulling out all the good stuff. I really like our conditions. It is just above freezing right now, so it's pretty comfortable. It's like 34, 35 degrees, and it's slated to warm up. Water temps are actually higher than I expected. Water temps are low 50s. I would think, you never want to say it out loud because you don't want to mess it up, but I would think these fish are gonna chew pretty good. That's what I'm hoping. A couple of crankbaits, a couple of jigs, the A-rig. We got a lot of other tricks down here in the box, but we'll let those wait. Let's pull one more out here. The little jig, the little micro jig. All right, let me get these laid out. We'll get to fishing before the sun starts shining on the water. Got him. Speed cranking in the morning. I love it. What is, oh, it's a walleye. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you can come in the boat too. That's all right. It's a nice walleye. Tell you what, you get warm in a hurry speed cranking. It's still freezing cold, my hands are numb, but I'm sweating. Got him. Right on the paws, just like he should have been. A little smallmouth. Hey buddy. Thank you. Little smallie on that tactical crank again. We're gonna throw this crank while we've got low light. I mean, we'll pick it up throughout the day too, but there's just something about that early morning. I'm just holding out, hoping we get a big one. There's one. Nice smallmouth. That's awesome. Gotcha, friend. Got him. So much fun. 7-to-1 reel. Just crank, 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 crank. Pause. Burn, 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 pause. Burn, 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 pause. Burn. Load up. Just like it's supposed to. Now, you might notice I'm throwing some funny colors today. This is not one of our stock colors. Last fall, I was curious about some different craw colors, so I shipped a bunch off to custom painters, a few different painters, just to see, and this is actually the first day that I've gotten to throw them. So far, so good. got him. Ooh, that feels like a good one. Coming up. Stay down. Golly, that's fun. Trying to do this without the chaos of treble hooks and a net. Let me see if I can just, yeah, gotcha. Beautiful fish. It sounds crazy to get up in the middle of the night, drive through freezing conditions, knowing it's gonna be super cold in the morning. It's actually a few degrees warmer than I expected. I thought we'd be below freezing for a few hours, but I knew that this pattern could happen. Gosh, I love this. There's one. I was so out of position when that fish hit. Spotted bass. No, largemouth. Largemouth. Hey, buddy. Thank you. There's one. I came out of something. I don't know if that was grass or rock. I banged into something. Paused. As soon as I started up, this guy was on it. So much fun. So guys, what we're doing this morning is obviously cranking. That's a given, but where I wanted to start, obviously I haven't been to the lake in a year. Sunrise hasn't hit yet, and we are throttling them, right? I mean, we're just getting a ton of bites. How does that happen? It's not inside info. I didn't talk to anybody. The way this happens, oh, I threw a little shallow. I think that's grass up there. That's what it feels like. I look at a map of a lake, and this is a lake I've fished before, so I have history with it, right? What I like to do this time of year is start out targeting either long tapering points, so slow sloping points that run out into open water, or pinch points, so a narrow spot on the lake with a point on each side. Those are just areas where bass accumulate. They pile into those areas this time of year. So we made a long run, sat the boat down on a point, and caught every fish we've caught so far off of one spot. And it really is random. Now we're gonna make a move, we'll hit another one, and then that's, I mean, we got enough bites. There were a ton of fish on this point. There's gonna be a ton of fish on other points too. So that is now our game plan for the whole day. We are going to jump points throughout the day, unless that sun comes up and it totally changes or something. That's what we'll be doing all day. And then again, I'm speed cranking, particularly in the morning. I want to cover a ton of water because a lot of times those big ones want to feed in that low light. So I'm covering as much water as I can to try and put it in front of a big one while I still have that low light. I'm doing it on a different combo than normal too. This is the Super Griffin Competition. I don't even know how you say it. Competition is what it looks like to me, but this is a Megabass Destroyer Evolution. These rods are unbelievably light. I brought this rod to throw a rock crawler. It's a little bit lighter than what I normally throw the tactical crank on. That's why you see it loading so deep, but I'm really liking it for this. I want to tie on a couple different colors of these, but I needed to be prepared to throw a rock crawler if the fish were shallower than what I was expecting. They're not. This is going to be a riot. Let's keep cracking them. There's one right by the boat. Nice fish. That one, I went back to the stock color. Went to green pumpkin craw. They love it. I had to keep them honest. I had to check the new colors, my custom colors, versus the old standby. They seem to just plain be eaten today. Oh, missed him. Absolutely slacked. Oh, look, 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 look. My bait's foul, darn it. There, got it. Come on, fish. Wow, he came up boat side for it. Whoa. That is nuts. I mean, that fish was on the surface. Got him. And we are in 22 feet of water. Came all the way to the surface for that bait. Off. That's okay. Get another one. This is what speed cranking is all about. You think I'm cold anymore? Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is one of my all-time favorite ways to fish. A time of year when most people are finessing and going slow, and we're out here just cranking, and it works. Come on, fish. Let's get another one. Oh, just hit something. Grass, I think. There he is. Oh, he came off. Dang it. Whoa, whoa. Oh my goodness. That thing almost took my rod. That's a big old smallmouth. I hope you guys saw that. That was on the pause at the boat. Unreal. Thank you, friend. That's what it's all about right there. Gosh. You think that that fish thought that crankbait was a real crawdad? Do you think he lost his mind, could not control it, and just let loose? We're in 20 feet of water, and it ate 3 feet from the boat? Speed cranking is special. We try to tell people every year. Some people listen, and they smash them. Other people ignore it. This is what you're missing. There we go. See how that just loaded up? I went to pause and he just loaded. Ooh, it's a good one too. He's pulling. This is on that Destroyer Evolution again, so it's a little softer, so it's harder for me to gauge. I'm not used to the blank yet to gauge whether he's a really big one. But he sure feels like, oh, that's a nice smallie. Nice fish. Gosh, I like this rod. Gotcha, friend. Another one on the crank. Love it. He's got something in his throat. He ate a crawdad crankbait, but he's got a tail sticking out. Let's see what he's really eating down there. Hello. I don't know what that is. Gizzard shad, perch, I don't know. It's big though. Huh. Got him. That one crushed it. I paused. It was like a jerkbait bite. Just dong on the slack line. All right, guys. It is what? 7:38 in the morning. And we have already absolutely walloped these fish. I mean, we've had a really good day. If I was just fishing for me and I didn't care about you guys learning, I would throw the crank, I'd clear my deck, get out a couple more colors, and just crank all the way until dark. But I want you guys to be learning as well. We have a pattern. These fish are crushing it. I think you've seen enough to know that you could do this on your water too. These fish are, some of these fish came off of a grass edge. I only know that because I snagged grass 3 or 4 times. I've hit like 7 or 8 spots this morning. We're just jumping quick. Pull up to a spot, make a few casts, pull up to another one. Some of them seem to have grass. Some of them had no grass at all. These fish were in like 10 to 25 feet of water. So I wasn't making very much bottom contact. The tactical crank doesn't hit the deeper end of that spectrum. So a lot of these fish were coming up, eating it in the open water. That's the burn, 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 pause, burn, pause. That pause gives those fish that opportunity to strike. It's almost like deflecting off of cover. So like I said, I would crank all day, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the cranks away and we're just gonna flip the switch and try and find a whole second pattern. With fish in that 10 to 20, 10 to 25, that's a really fun depth to throw a jig if they'll eat it. So I think we'll make a run and we'll just start bouncing more spots and we'll see if we can get them going on a jig. If that doesn't work, we'll try and get them on something else, but we'll see if we can build on this, find a whole nother way to catch them today as well. Look at that. That fish caught the jig on the way to bottom. Nice fish. Awesome. Crushed that compact pitching jig. By going to the compact pitching, I'm able to go to lighter line. This is 15-pound fluoro leader. Lighter line, more bites. This lake's got fairly clear water, so the compact pitching is key when I'm in this nasty rock. When the stuff isn't quite this bad, I'll be throwing the finesse football. There's one. The fish was almost straight up and down. Nice largemouth. Wondering where all you guys have been today. Just that one dink earlier. Good one on the jig. Nice largemouth. How about that for a jig eater? Big old head. Look at the cool spot on him. How neat is that? Little largy. Isn't it funny? Most of the crankbait bites were smallmouth. Most of the jig bites are largemouth. Now, it could be location because I'm just running new spots, but there could be something more to it as well. Just on this day, right? You just, even when you feel like you know a place or you know a pattern or you think you know what will happen, it's fascinating how it can just totally change out on the water. Like a day like this where one species is eating one bait, one species is eating another, and it's not like they won't swap. It's just what they're doing today. Might switch back and forth a little bit, mix it up, see if that sticks. I'm just intrigued. There's one. Nice fish. I picked the crankbait back up. Took about 5 minutes to get a bite. See, I think it was random. It was just location driven was all. That's a nice fish. That is so much fun. I love speed cranking. I love this bait. I mean, Tim and I spent years working with River to Sea, dialing this thing in. Literally years to get it right, to catch big fish all over the country. It's so much fun. Look at that. I'm on the phone, hopping a jig one-handed. Gotcha. Somehow. That's about as distracted as you can be while fishing. There is something about a cell phone that just gets you bit. I don't know what it is. Gosh, that one just slacked me out. The bait just completely disappeared, and look, he choked that jig. Guys, this is a good one to end it on. Let me pull this out. I'll show you what I was throwing. We've been doing a few different things today, right? We've been cranking, been catching them on a pitching jig, a football jig. Thank you, my friend. But I started getting more and more and more short strikes on the jig. You know, midday doldrums. It's slick calm, right? It's absolute glass. So I wanted to go to a smaller jig, and some of you might remember, some of you might not, a video last year where I showed you how to make your own finesse jigs, and that's exactly what this is. This is a finesse jig that I made. I took a VMC football head, and then I took a dirty jig skirt and I trim it way down so it's just a handful of strands, and then I threw a little double tail on there. If I can find that video, I'll link it in the video description today. You know, in every video description, I'll link all the baits, all the gear, right? The crankbaits. We use some really unique rods today. So I'll link the rods, reels, the line, all that stuff. The exact colors of the jigs, the trailers, everything. So you guys know exactly what we're using if you want to replicate that. And I'll try to find that video where I show you how to make a finesse jig, and I'll link that as well. But that's a good one to wrap it up on. It started out so cold this morning, and then it warmed up quickly. And now with this cloud cover, it's actually, I mean, it's toasty. It's kind of crazy how warm it got. I was not expecting that, but just a beautiful day. So with those fish, short strike in the jig, I had like 4 or 5 in a row. That's why I went to that smaller finesse jig. No weed guard, downsized skirt, downsized trailer. And we got one more for the road, and that one ate it. I love when that happens. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.